Dominance, dominance, dominance. It's been a brilliant performance from the India men's hockey team. And breaking news, folks, India have thrashed Japan 5-0 and they are now in the final of the Asian Men's Champions Trophy where they will take on Malaysia. Earlier in the day, Malaysia thrashed South Korea, the defending champions, and that is why now we might see a new champion in 2023. Remember, Malaysia are playing the final for the first time, and joining them is India, who are vying for their fourth Asian Champions Trophy. And from the word get go in this semi final, backed by over 9,000 people in Chennai, India had thoroughly dominated from the word go. Circle penetrations, penalty corners, you look at possession, in every single aspect, the India men's hockey team dominated, and because of that, yet another brilliant performance. A 5-0 defeat of Japan. A not so easy opponent, let me tell you, because if you have to look at from the league stages, it was the Japan game in which India were held to a 1-1 draw. And in that match, India were guilty of missing 15 penalty corners. Yes, 15. But today, if you look at it, two penalty corners happened. India just converted one of them. So a 50% rate is better as compared to a total of 25 penalty corners and just converting three of them. That is a major concern that they had. But here you look at the circle penetrations, you look at the penalty corners and the attack that they sustained right from the flanks to the midfield to the attackers. It was a thorough performance from the India men's hockey team. And if you look at it, Akashdeep Singh started it off with a brilliant goal in the 19th minute. Then Harmanpreet Singh. Finally, we are seeing his penalty corner prowesses which had deserted him in the World Cup. He scored a penalty corner and that's why it was 2-0. Then you look at it, Mandeep Singh put on a brilliant performance and he was the one who was setting it up every single time. So he scored a brilliant goal, but that was soon topped up potentially by the goal of the tournament in the Men's Asians Champions Trophy, because Akashdeep Singh, coming from the right flank, he gave a pass to Sumit, and Sumit just had a lob that went above the Japanese keeper, and that went in for a goal. It was especially fantastic. Manpreet Singh in particular was really giving, he was the playmaker at the end of the day. He was setting up the goals. He was ensuring that the midfield as well as the attack combined by the defense. In PR Srijesh's 300th game, it was truly a fantastic performance indeed. And you thought 4-0 would be enough? No. At the end of the day, Selvam Karthi, the local homeboy, he decided to make it a 5-star performance for India. And that's why India are in the final and they are yet to lose a game in this Men's Asians Champions Trophy. Just one draw and 4 dominant wins has ensured that they are in the final where they will take on Malaysia. Now remember, even in the league game, Malaysia were defeated 5-0, but in the final, it's going to be a different proposition altogether. Remember, when it comes to the knockout stages, Malaysia raised their A game, and it was during the knockout stages in 2018 in Jakarta, Palembang, where Malaysia defeated India 7-6 on sudden death. So, 4-time champions tomorrow at 8:30, India are going to ensure that they become the 4-time champions, or will Malaysia become the first champions of the Asian Men's Champions Trophy? Remember, even today, Malaysia put on a fantastic show, scoring 6 goals against the defending champions, South Korea. And earlier it was Pakistan who thrashed China, so they have finished 5th in the Asian Men's Champions Trophy. If you look at it, this is the ideal preparation that India can get for the Asian Games. Because remember, the same teams are going to participate and the winner of the Asian Games gets a direct berth into the Paris Olympics of 2024. Every zonal champion will get a direct entry. Whoever does not win the Asian Games, they will then have to go into the playoffs that will be held in Valencia and Lahore. And the team that does not top in either Valencia or Lahore, they are in the top 3, that is, they are eliminated from the Paris Olympics race. So it's been a very good performance by Harmanpreet Singh and his band of Indian hockey boys, because coming into this tournament, they already had a very grueling schedule. But looking at the way how they are performed as far as the fitness and the intensity is concerned, it will really please Craig Fulton and the rest of the support staff. Because remember, today they did not concede a single goal. The defense was immaculate. And this follows the Fulton era mantra wherein you have to defend well in order to attack. So in this way, the India versus Japan match was as clinical as you can get when you look at it. A clinical defense, clinical attack, and the execution when it came to penalty corners, circle penetrations were simply magnificent. Mr. Fact is asking me, sir, are we qualified for the Olympics? No, Mr. Fact. Remember, this is just the men's champions trophy, the Asian champions trophy. This is an ideal build-up for the Asiad. Now remember, if India wins the Asian Games, then and only then they qualify for the Olympics directly. If they do not win the Asian Games, they will have to finish in the top 3, either in the playoffs in Valencia or Lahore. Now looking at the situation, maybe in Lahore they may not want to travel the Indian cricket team, the Indian hockey team, but at the same time, if you look at it, Valencia, they'll have to finish in the top 3. But this is an ideal preparation for the Asian Games. India versus Malaysia tomorrow, it promises to be an absolute thriller. Remember, we thought that Japan would be the team that would challenge India because they had challenged them in the league stages. Not anymore. Now it is India versus Malaysia. And remember, the one stat that is working in India's favor, they have not lost to Malaysia since 2018. So can they continue their winning run? Can they extend their streak against Malaysia? Or with the local Tamil intelligence that Malaysia have, especially the head coach and one of the assistants, they all have played for India in the past in Tamil Nadu. Will they be able to breach that defense? Let's wait and watch. A dominant win for India today against Japan. Commiserations to the Japanese team for putting on a good show, having reached the semi-finals. But now, India versus Malaysia tomorrow, the final of the Men's Asians Champions Trophy. Will India make it 4th title, or will Malaysia spoil the party and make it their 1st title? Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Thank you. Good night.